I love this song, by the way. I was just watching Less Than Zero the other day. You know what I watched before it went off Netflix was American Psycho.
Did you really?
Yeah, it's interesting.
I'll tell you what.
We are recording right now, by the way, just so you know.
I better cut this off then. I don't want to use more than 15 seconds of
we'll cut this off.
Double L Cool to the J.
Oh, yeah, $2. I love that movie, too.
Less Than Zero was one of those movies that you're like, is the world really like this? Because I don't know if I want to be a part of the world like this.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not good.
No, it's not good. That's right when like I was their age, like was when that came out too.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
remember that soundtrack. The Bangles song was Clutch, the remake of
totally. Time, see what's become of me.
Should we ever post that one other episode? We talked after we talked about music. We actually had some good stuff to say.
Did we?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe
in our own minds.
In our minds, yeah, always. Okay, ready?
I'm ready, man.
All right. Let me see. I've got to catch where my buttons are. Okay, right. All right, ready? John, edit here. Hello, and welcome to Techlandia New Year's Eve Drop the Ball edition. What? I am John Samuelson, the artist formerly known as iPad Sammy. I am coming to you from Portland,
Wait
Oregon.
a second, John. I'm going to call you out right now because on the Nice Techlandia last night, you introduced yourself as iPad Sammy.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's because it was a throwback episode. Of course I did.
Okay. I'm just checking.
I even put the new theme. I even put the old theme on there from Washed Out, the one that nobody ever got because I actually had the rights to the Portlandia theme song for 2 years, and then I just never re-upped it. So now I did the new one, which I don't really mind. I actually bought the rights for that song. It's kind of funny.
Did you? Okay.
I don't know. Maybe we could change the theme. You know, I'm always down to change the theme. But anyway, John Samuelson. You can go to iPad Sammy on the Twitters, and it'll say, go to John Samuelson. I am in Portland, Oregon. We are 35 minutes away from 2016, and we are ready to kick some major tush in 2016.
So, John, if one of us was like Kathy Griffin and one of us was, Anderson.
Oh, Anderson Cooper. Okay.
Which would one of us be?
Okay, well, I don't know. I don't want to say anything, but Kathy Griffin did graduate from the same high school as
just check that out, buddy.
Oh, yeah, the Fraterio. Yeah, Kathy Griffin and John Samuelson. What? We're both graduates of Oak Park River Forest High School. That's why we're both obnoxious.
Chicago, Illinois.
Oak Park. Woot root. You know who else we had that graduated from Oak Park River Forest High School? Ray Kroc. You know what Ray Kroc did?
I know he started a small chain, but I don't really remember what it was.
We like to call them McDonald's. You heard of them? All right, so anyway.
Hey, and listen, more importantly, he owned the San Diego Padres, which, by the way, again, is one of my dream careers is to own a baseball team.
I know.
Gosh.
It reminds me of the Seinfeld where George is like looking for a job, and he's like, well, I like sports. I could be a sports announcer. Name dropping a bit. Oh yeah, here we go. We'll name drop on this show. Tell them. We'll find out what the
Mr. Technology. Welcome.
That's the match game theme. All right, so I'm John Samuelson, like I said, in Portland, and we have the person who started this whole blab idea on New Year's Eve. He thought tons of people would watch. I said, "You're crazy." And
my over-under is 5. I'm winning right now, John.
You won already. And his name is
Scott Bedley.
Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, clap along.
All right. Let's look at the doc, Scott Bedley. Let's take a look at the.
Don't even try to pretend like we have a doc.
Ready? We do have a doc. And ready? Let's take a look at this episode. This is the next episode theme. One, 2, 3 years we've been on the air. Now it's number 4. Scott Bedley.
Well, it's just
Scott
1 year.
Bedley and iPad Sammy are at the door.
It's just 1 year for us, John.
It is just 1 year. So anyway, well,
which is shocking, by the way. I can't believe it's been a year, dude.
Dude, you kept Techlandia rolling. The only reason we got to the 3rd year is because we just decided to grump. We just needed
It's
to.
because of you, John. Don't get. I have no skin in the game.
That's right. Well,
I just wanted to hang out with my friend John Samuelson. I don't know who this iPad Sammy guy is, but I do know who John Samuelson is. That's for sure.
you know what? You thought it. You went like this. Went to the Twilight Zone right there. So, Scott, what did you think of?
I agree, Matt.
You know what I don't like about this buttons is they take too long. I tried to find the ones that were a little bit shorter. But you know what we do have, Scott? If you make a witty comment today,
What's that? Oh, that's probably not going to come out except for now.
right? So anyway, well, we did the 3rd anniversary throwback of Techlandia. And,
Congratulations, 3 years, John. That's a huge accomplishment because isn't 5 podcasts or 3 podcast episodes that most podcasts last. Actually,
I don't know. Is that true? Did you just pull that stat just out of your?
You know what? I did a lot of research on that, right, David Terrio?
We'll get David Terrio on that with the crack research team. Well, and so you know what we found out was this will be when I put this podcast up. This will be the 140th podcast put up under the Techlandia banner.
Wow, John,
That's pretty cool. How many Bedley brothers have you got? And you guys started exactly at the same time we did. Do you know what day you started?
No. Okay, so our start date's a little weird because we did a actual in-car podcast in 2012 on the way to spring training, but I don't really count that. Our real show that that people can listen to and catch up to started mid to end January. I have to look back on the date of the whatever the Google Hangout is, but we were about a month after you guys. But 3 years, coming up on 3 years, it's when you look back, it's an interesting body of work, and I'm really thankful that both Techlandia and Bedley Brothers have lasted and been able to make some kind of an impact out there. And, we were talking about this earlier on Voxer, just reflecting and saying this is really cool that we have a chance to use a medium like this to impact education in some way, right?
Right.
I don't know if it's positive. Well, I hope it is, right? But,
No, I think it's positive. I think sometimes on this show, I did a little soliloquy on the 3rd anniversary show. So I talked for 2.5 minutes by myself, and I just kind of reflected a little bit. And I said, when people listen to this show, I mean, right, when we interview people on the nice Techlandia, and now I'm going to the Google Docs, Scott. But when we interview people on the nice Techlandia, as we like to call it, nice, we're just
this being the evil Techlandia.
this is right, and we always just kind of went under the guise that we were just having a chat at a conference, and and that's kind of what. And we didn't really start out that way. I mean, Alice and I, when we started, we were just given the 3 apps, the 3 people for your personal learning network, 3 EduWins, and then I'd rant about Arnie Duncan. And that was a formula that worked for a while. And this is, I mean, we're coming up 29 minutes on the West Coast of Arnie Duncan's tenure, and then he's out the door. I mean, and only place he'll be able to be the person is Alaska. They're an hour behind. But, and Hawaii. Sorry, forgot Hawaii.
Amy Braval, don't be offended by that.
Don't be offended. Sorry, Amy.
She's in San Diego right now anyway, so it doesn't matter.
So she's totally forgotten about it. But so I mean, then when we started interviewing people, did you start interviewing people right away? Was that your idea for Bedley Brothers?
Well, not really.
No. Okay. Right. And
we started off with maybe 3 or 4 shows with this Tim and I, and I'm like, so if this thing's gonna last, in my head, I'm like, if this thing's gonna last,
you're at your 5th show, so you're at a crossroads already.
I can't believe you and I have lasted a year, to be real honest, John. But if this thing's gonna last, because we were really about just sharing ideas and things we were doing in our classroom, like a video blog in a sense. Mm-hmm. I just felt like we needed to bring on some other voices. There were so many people doing great things out there, and why not open up the platform and share things that they're doing? So it became more about a bigger picture than just sharing some of the things we're doing in our classroom, although we still do a few episodes of us sharing some of the things we're doing in our classroom.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of how Alice and I started too, and then we just decided to start interviewing people, and we were just surprised that people actually came on the show. Right. I mean, that was our first real, and I'm being totally honest. I was like, oh, Tony Vincent, you will come on the show? And he's like, yeah, sure. I'm like, that's great. And then we just kept upping it. And then, then we were going.
Not only that, John, it's like, wait a second. Somebody actually a person listen to this and they remember what we were talking about.
Right.
And like,
Right. And it's kind of interesting. And then, yeah, it was good. And I really like Tony Vincent. He's like just a person that's really helped me out a lot. And yeah, I mean, I really respect him. And for him to come on the show, I was like, okay, well, maybe they respect what we're doing here. So then we just kind of kept going, right?
He had anticipated that you were going to be putting him in the Men of Ed Tech calendar.
That's right. Oh wait, I have a sound effect for it. Let's see. Hold on, I'll have to find it real quick. When I start naming off the handsome bow hunks of Ed Tech, I think I have one. I'll just have to look at it. I've got too many buttons right now in front of me. But yeah, so I think it's cool that just kind of to sit there and reflect and then go that way. So I mean, I think that one of your ideas for us was I started renaming the shows over break, so I've worked a lot. So thanks for giving me like 8 hours of work, Scott Bentley. But it needed to be done. And then the other thing that you told me that I thought was smart, because I think despite what I criticize you and grump at you, I really respect your opinion. Think you're a really smart dude. Was that you said we should bring back old Techlandia and talk a little bit of tools, because that's kind of what I like. And so when we start up the new year, I've got Jake Duncan on the line. And then Jake Duncan and I are going to do a show called Nerdlandia, and we've kind of rebooted it a little bit. It used to be called Devlandia, where we were going to talk to developers, but now it's just going to be Jake and I bringing in like new tools, and we're just going to kind of, instead of doing like just 3 random ones, we're going to start to kind of theme them. And so then the first theme was we really like people making movies for my new Signal to Noise festival, right. Which in a second, in like, I don't know, 3 or 4 days, you can go to signaltonoisefestival.com, which is the site I'm building right now, and see our Beaverton School District. The great movies, but they can't all be like Adobe Voice Easy movies. And so our first one is going to be like stepping it up a notch now in 2016. And so that's kind of like my theme is like, okay, you've got this stuff now. Let's step it up a notch and let's get kids really creating. So our first show is going to be on. We're going to have some tools that are free for kids to create their own music, iPad, Chromebook, whatever, and put them into their movies so that we can quit hearing the stupid dun 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 of, the Apple theme songs or whatever, that are in those little trailers that make me want to jump off a cliff. But that's going to be our first show, and we'll do it soon, but that's what, and then
I like that, John. And Jake is such a smart guy to bring him on and share some of that. I hope Allison and Kurt keep coming back on. I love Amy and David too. I think whatever mix you got going on right now is just super legit. And I again, John, tons of respect and props to you for doing this for as long as you have and being dedicated and wanting to make an impact, and all for free, all out of your heart to try to impact education. It's just awesome, man.
Well, thanks. I mean, right? Not even for free.
You're
paying my own money, right? I mean, really, I see those Podomatic bills. I'm like, oh gosh, I gotta get off Podomatic. This 2016 might be the year I get off Podomatic and just go to SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
All right, here, let's see if this is the sound effect. Okay, so you know who DM'd me today?
Welcome, Wayne. No, who DM'd you?
George Kuros.
The George Kuros.
I don't want to name drop right now, but
author,
author, speaker,
lectern,
all those things, right? All those things. So,
good-looking man about town.
Good-looking man about town. So he says he wants to be on the show now because I called him out on the 3rd anniversary show and said he was hi-hatting us, which he was, by the way.
Wait, you called him out on Nice Techlandia?
I did. I was being grouchy on Nice. I can be grouchy all the time. You know this. You know this.
No, I don't.
Right. So I was thanking all the Canadians that had been on the show because
you didn't thank George?
Christina, and I did thank George. I love George Kuros. He's been on the show a bunch of times. But I wasn't liking how he's like, I'm busy for the next 4 months. I'm like, you're not busy for the next 4 months. Give us some time, George Kuros. So now he's going to do it. He said he's got his troubles are behind him now. And I said, try having 4 kids, buddy. Don't even get started with me.
I think he's trying, John.
He could be trying. We know. Yeah, he's a married man now. Oh my gosh. So anyway, that's. I
just wanted to announce something really fast.
Okay.
Mrs. Carter's in the.
Uh-oh, Mrs. Carter's not. I didn't see that. Oh, just now she is. Wow, look at that. I'm trying to look at these sound effects. I can't find the one sound effect I want for handsome men. All right, hold on. You talk while I
Okay.
look for this.
Hey,
great-
Nicole, how's it going? Welcome. John's trying to find a sound effect for handsome men right now, which sounds really strange in a podcast. So, how about this one, John? Just a
That's
tugboat horn. Is that manly or no?
So, no.
I like this one though. Like, hold up, wait a minute.
Hold up, wait a minute. You know, I like...
No props for that, huh, Christina?
They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me right.
I can't believe we're spending any time on this on the show, by the way.
All right, go ahead and talk. All right, so
John, edit there.
that was my Techlandia update for everybody. Not that we need a Techlandia update or anything, but I just wanted to say that on the 3rd anniversary, we're still trying to go, and yeah, and so we're getting ready. But okay, let's see if this is it. Here it is. So I got a DM from George Kuros. You ready?
Oh, that's good.
It's still not the one I wanted, though. I can't find it. Okay, keep going.
That's
So
good.
anyway,
I like that, though.
Thank you. So we are 21 minutes before the new year on the Pacific Coast. My
Hey,
sister
John,
coincidentally
this
is in
just
2015.
in. John,
Uh-oh, what's going on? Oh, I can't. What sound effect do I use for this?
hey,
now?
John, this just in.
What sound effect am I using? Wait.
Hey,
hold on.
John, this just in. John, edit there. Hey, John, this just in.
Does that work?
Yeah, he did play like Michigan today. It does.
Oh my God.
Tim Bedley,
Okay. Yeah.
in front of him, right, my brother?
I don't have a Father Tim sound effect. Okay, that's
Not only is he going to be back east, he's traveling. He's like covering the whole East Coast, but he has just got 2 new little bunnies in his household, and guess what they're named?
Oh gosh, Flopsy and Mopsy.
No, come on, John. His favorite music group,
Oh, what did he? Right, what did he name it? Now I
Milli Vanilli, of course.
Oh, I was going to say Debbie Gibson and Tiffany,
No,
but you said group and it threw me off. Then
I suggested Heckle and Jekyll. Do you remember those cartoons, John?
I do,
Heckle and
I do.
Jekyll.
I remember
The 2
Morty.
magpies.
I remember Morty and Ferdy too.
You do. Does anybody else out there remember Heckle and Jekyll? I mean, this is like an old guy thing, I think.
Yeah. Well, you know what? So Tim Bedley,
Yeah,
he's a handsome guy, isn't he?
he's a good-looking dude.
Is he in our handsome men of EdTech calendar?
He is. He's May. He's the May month. He's the month of May.
I found my sound effect.
You did.
This is the one.
Trying to hold back the feeling for so long.
Our handsome men of EdTech calendar will be on sale for 2016 from the Dave Burgess publisher. I think I have a sound effect for Dave Burgess too. Let's see if I can.
Like, don't stop that sound effect, John.
Okay, here we go.
Jeez.
You are a pirate.
There, that's my Dave Burgess sound effect.
You are a pirate.
Perfect. He is a pirate.
He is a pirate. So yeah, all right.
Dave,
so,
if you're listening, we're ready to publish the calendar
yeah, and our book,
and our book.
and Miss Carter and I are going to
Teach like a teacher.
teach like a teacher. You know what, Dave Burgess? I've heard he does
Every day I'm shuffling.
like that one.
I
No.
do like that one.
That's just a quick one right there. So, Scott, what did you think of the new Star Wars?
A spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it yet, don't listen. I loved that Luke was the bad guy.
Oh my god, I couldn't believe Luke was in the whole movie. It was
I know, it was
crazy.
amazing.
Oh my gosh. No, okay, so seriously, he wasn't. We're just kidding. Okay, so
Oh, that totally spoiled it right there. Don't tell that.
well, I mean, he's in the movie, obviously. Okay, so I have to say, I cried. in
Did you
Star Wars.
cry?
I cried like real tears. Like I was like, and then here's the part. This isn't a spoiler. I'll tell you this, people. Okay, ready?
Tell me, John.
At one point in it, Princess Leia, or what is she, General Leia now? General Leia says, "May the Force be with you." I just started crying. I was like, I never thought I would see this again. On Star Wars. I never thought I'd see Carrie Fisher in a Star Wars movie again.
I got
So
goosebumps,
sad.
John. I did get goosebumps a few times during the movie, and it was powerful. It was a powerful, well crafted, well thought out, $1 billion in 12-day movie.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. If we
12
just
days, $1 billion.
think of how many Spiros that would buy.
All of the BB-8s.
No child left
$1
behind.
million.
Everybody could have a Sphero.
Spiros for the world.
Yes.
Let's start that Kickstarter.
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
So
John,
funny.
speaking of Kickstarter,
Okay.
which I just did, by the way,
Okay. Very
have
good.
you heard of the Wink codable robot from the Portland area?
I have not heard of the Wink portal.
Dude, I mean, this thing's super cool. Hey, Nicole, have you heard of the Wink codable robot? And it's from Portland, man. How have you not heard of this? It's on Kickstarter.
She said no.
I got the link. I'm going to throw the link in there. If you guys are watching, you got to check out this video. It's super killer.
Okay, more stuff for me to spend my money on. Holy cow.
Yeah, it looks a lot. It looks like a lot of fun. That's for sure.
You know what? When I go into Kickstarter, I feel kind of like this.
Tell me why, John.
Because I buy everything. I'm like a Kickstarter psycho is what I am.
Are you really?
Oh my gosh, I funded so many of those bad boys last year. I've got some stuff. You know what I just got in the mail that was kind of cool from one of the Kickstarters I forgot about was the Makey keychain and kit. I bought, like, the
Nice.
deluxe one, so I got like 3 keychains and I got like the deluxe kit. I must have been rolling in the money. I didn't know it. So I don't know. Anyway,
They see me rolling, patrolling and trying to catch me riding.
hey, we want to say everybody tonight, please don't ride dirty. And if you don't know what that means, we can't help you there. We are a couple white guys, but we know what riding dirty means. So just so you know.
I honestly don't, John.
You don't know what riding dirty. That means you can't have any contraband in your car.
Got it.
There, was that white enough for you when I explained it right there?
I loved how you
Scott,
used the word
you-
contraband.
You can't have any contraband in your automobile.
Welcome, Brian. We're talking about contraband.
Oh my gosh. So anyway, but that's pretty funny. All right, so Scott, let's get a global school play day update. Let's get serious here for a second.
All right,
Global
let's do it.
school play day. Okay, we're going to put this podcast up right away January 1st. We're like T-minus a month and a half away, correct?
Yeah, a little bit over a month away,
Yeah.
John.
Okay.
And this is okay. So last year we started about January 7th. At the point we were pushing
So we're
stuff
ahead
out
of it already. Right. We
So-
did that ST session too.
Right. So at this point, we're over 28. We did hack SD, Christina.
We're just saying that because we just took an empty booth and did Global School Play Day. It was pretty awesome.
It was super cool. We hijacked a
Oliver
poster
Shinkton,
session.
what up?
Yeah,
Oliver was with us,
definitely.
too.
Shout out to Oliver. So we're over 28,000 students that their teachers or school districts or whatever registered them to be a part of Global School Play Day, which is sick, dude. I can't even believe we're at that number. With this time, it last year. I mean, if it gets the ball rolling like it does last year, if we hit over 100,000 students playing, that would be insane. We've already got schools from Lebanon, Malaysia, Macedonia, New Zealand. Like it's pretty crazy across Canada, across the United States, all around the world. People are signing up to be a part of this thing, and it's just sick that they feel the same way about play.
Well, can I just say this to Canada? By the way, curling does not count as Global School Play Day. There will be no curling at Global School Play Day. You got me on that, Canada? You hear me? Talk
John,
to me, Canada.
I Skyped with a classroom in Canada the day after so we could share what our play day was like.
Uh-huh.
They were talking about playing hockey in the hallways.
That's
That
awesome.
their principal, they're not allowed to have snowball fights at the school I was connecting with it, but the principal okayed snowball dodgeball for
Oh, see, that's
that
funny.
day. And so they were, it was just, it was cool. The stories and all the things that you hear out there. If you go to globalschoolplayday.com, you can actually click on this year's registrant list and you can see all the comments of the people that have participated in the past. And so many people that are new, but so many people are re-registering because they just loved what it meant for their kids last year.
Yeah, it's just common sense.
Right.
I mean, it's just common sense. You gotta stop that. And we've gone over this several times. When you know what I'm interested in, Scott, that we haven't talked about on this podcast before is like, how did you get it? Like, how did the ball get rolling last year when you started it up? When you just decided, like, it was, and you guys aren't doing this for the credit for it, which I feel like is a problem in education. The edufamous are trying to like take credit for anything. Here, I did this chat on every other Saturday, the second Saturday of every week at 7:00 in Greenwich Mean Time or whatever, and they put it on their Twitter bio, which I think is weird. But so, how did you guys all get together and just decide this? Like, there's a group of like 7 of you, right? Is it 7 of you?
Yeah, and we really want it to be owned by everybody. I mean, that's
Right.
like the ultimate intent is like we don't want anyone to have ownership over this because it really is about what impact it can have for kids. It started with Eric Sable was sharing out
Okay.
a link to Dr. Peter Gray's TEDx talk on play, and Dr. Peter Gray is like one of the lead researchers on play itself and unstructured play. And I shared that with Tim, and then Tim's like, "Wow, man, this is powerful. We need to do something about this." And then the ball rolling from there, and that happened this week between Christmas and New Year's. And then I emailed Darren Hudgens, who helped connect me with Dr. Peter Gray because he had spoken at one of the San Francisco Integrated San Francisco. Integrated Ed San Francisco
existence, which is a shame.
Yeah, and then I was able to connect with Dr. Peter Gray, and he came on our show. He wrote an article in Psychology Today. I mean, it was just like all these dominoes started falling off of just us watching this TED Talk. And I was supposed to go to Integrated San Francisco.
I wish you had.
I didn't end up being able to go, and I wish I would have had to. I would have seen Peter Gray live and things like that, but it was just a grassroots thing. Like Christina's talking about grassroots, it's totally a grassroots thing, and we're happy for that. And then we just reached out to Oliver and Misty and of course Eric. We're like, you got to come on board on this. This is really started by you sharing this to me, and then we just started looking for people. And Bethany, who is like this really incredible teacher down in San Diego, she was a San Diego County Teacher of the Year who knew an incredible amount of play, came on board with it, and it spiraled from there. And then we brought on Greg Smith, and we brought on, we're just trying to bring on people that really have a powerful voice in the world of what play can mean for kids. So, and where we're at now. So it's been pretty cool.
That's cool. That is very cool. I like that. I wish you had come to Integrate Ed. That one. You could have seen my kidney stone in full effect too. That was my kidney stone.
Was it?
Yeah, that was my kidney stone that I got in the middle of the Stanford-Washington football game with J-Mac and Lindgren Striker _ Carl.
Why does this sound in some way like Fight Club?
Right.
I am John's kidney stone.
It was bad. It was really bad, I have to say. You know, it was have I told you this though? The worst part was when I had like the IV kind of like they had taken out the IV and whatever, and I was so proud of myself, Scott. I didn't faint when they put in the IV. I was having J-Mac and Carl videotape it because I was like, watch, I'm going to pass out. It's going to be epic, right? And right. I like summoned up the strength. I needed the pain medicine so bad. But then I had to, Carl dumped me out of the Sanford SFO at like 3 a.m. And they're not letting you in at that point. You have to wait until like 4 or whatever. So I had to kind of like sleep out there with some guys who had their shoes off. It smelled horrible. And I had like my bloody gauze on, and then I had to pop 2 painkillers and take a flight back to Austin. It was awesome. Let me tell you, that was horrible, but it was true.
Dude, I feel your kidney stones, John. I've had over 6 of them now.
Oh my gosh.
I remember being in the ER, like a facility up in Northern California, and I wanted to put my fist through the glass window and say, "Get me in!" And will it help if I'm bleeding because I need pain medicine like now? It was awful, man.
This is why I was like
gosh.
this.
No, God!
Yeah.
No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Oh, that was a fun one. All right, so I hate to say this. Let's get it. We're in the final 7 minutes.
We are, John.
2015. You know what I don't like about this one? It is way, way too loud. Here, I'll put it down.
And all I think about this song now is is it a Geico commercial?
Yeah,
I
right.
forget what it is.
My son loves that commercial, by the way.
It's,
It's pretty-
the final countdown.
oh my gosh. Well, so we're pretty good. And then we'll see what it is. But at midnight, we'll be like this.
Will you?
I like that one. I don't know. So anyway, did David Terrio just say that I have low pain tolerance? Oh my gosh, it's a kidney stone.
I didn't see that.
He hasn't. You know what? David has obviously not suffered a kidney. He's in such like good shape and eats like kale shakes, like Dr. Tim Bedley. I'm going to start calling him Dr. Tim Bedley. I think.
He has his doctorate in some worlds.
That's right. In the homeopathic medicine world of kale smoothies, he knows how to. He can leap bottles of echinacea in a single bound. He's Tim Bedley. Doctor.
He is Tim Bedley.
All right, so I'm looking on the doc, and so let's talk about a little bit.
Do we have enough time to talk about some other things on the doc?
Do we? I don't know. Do we? I think so.
I think we should start counting down right now. 752, 751, 750.
So
Just
I
kidding. Go ahead.
saw something pretty cool, and I know this person, and I see her. I see you must have named her in the doc, but so Shelley Fryer is known for being Wes Fryer's wife in the edtech world, and if you don't know who Wes Fryer is, Wes Fryer's written a bunch of books like creating. Connecting media to the Common Core. He's just an outstanding person. And I think he just works hard, and he's kind of like us, Scott. He's like a rainbow unicorn. He doesn't want. He could be a member of the Edu Squad for sure, if he wants to. But we have
He's
to ask.
way too early of an adopter to be a part of the Edgy Squad.
That's right. Well, we would like to make him a member of the Edgy Squad if
He would be like the guy up in the mountain that the Edgy Squad went to
yes.
get advice.
Yes, exactly. So anyway, he has this wife, and she's coincidentally has the same last name, but it's Shelley Fryer. And so I saw some stuff, and so I saw you were talking with Shelley Fryer on the EdCamp Voxer, but you know what I saw that was interesting is I saw a gosh, I'm trying to think of whose blog post it was, but I saw a blog post that were talking about just podcasting tools for students.
Right.
And I'm going to give this, I looked at Shelley Fryer's page because she teaches in a tough school. I know a little bit of her backstory. I mean, she teaches in I want to say it's like a homeless shelter.
It's a
in Oklahoma City.
nonprofit, and it services students and kids that are homeless. And she's really like incredible. She was posting pictures in there. I was just like blown away. Like, Shelley, oh my gosh, you're crazy incredible. I can't believe the things you're doing, and she's has this incredible passion to impact these kids, which is super cool.
Right. Well, I mean that's Wes too, and I mean, and if you don't follow and I think it's W Fryer, just like you're frying an egg, and Wes Fryer, W Fryer and S Fryer, but those are the people to follow. But so I saw she was using the app Opinion, which I had a hard time with because it kept crashing on me and things like that. And I've kept it on my phone actually though, because it's an app that's supposed to be able to just publish your own podcast and get it into iTunes, right?
Right.
Which could be dangerous for us because if we did some of that instead of doing our Voxer, if we did an opinion, we'd be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And then we'd publish that. We'd be like, oh no, take that down. But she did some with her class, and I saw how they made it into the Opinion podcast, made it into a nice page. They could put some graphics on it. It was easy to play, and I'm thinking, okay, you know what? I goofed around with it a little more because you really have to test things out. And
right.
I think maybe they fixed it. So I'm going to in her honor after looking at her page. Take a look at it. And I want to say that the blog post was from Jonathan Wiley, maybe on like 5 podcasting free apps or something. He didn't say GarageBand, which is my favorite. So I think I even made a comment on that blog post. But yeah. So anyway, I thought that was good with Shelley Fryer. But what story did you have from Ed Camp Voxer with her?
I just think just to connect with somebody like her on Ed Camp Voxer, that's what I was very thankful about. I connected with a guy named Justin Schleider, who does a podcast.
Cool dude on that.
Super cool guy from New Jersey, and he's reimagining what physical education should look like and how it should be integrated with technology. And I think for a lot of us, we're like, physical education with technology? What are you talking about, dude? But they're doing it, and they're thinking about it, and they're imagining it. And he's buddy with someone named Joe Bailey, who's just crazy cool, and her perspective. I met this other person named Kelly Fisher, who was fantastic, and Nina Grosner. Just really some great people through that process. David was live in there. David Terrio was live in there, just bringing some real heat and challenging people with their thoughts. It was good. It was really, I have to say, I really was thankful for Ed Camp Voxer, that Sarah and,
a whole host of people, right? A whole group of people.
Yeah, a whole host of people, not just Sarah, but a whole host of people put together, and it was just fantastic.
And you know what I was going to say is for that one, and I love Sarah the teacher.
Yeah.
I gotta give my hats off to her because she just tries stuff. That's what I respect. And you know what? When you put me in Ed Camp Voxer, I was ticked off at you. I admit it. I was like, dude, don't put me in this. And I
hate group Voxer.
I just do. I've just outgrown it. I mean, there was a time when that was all I would
just suck it up, John.
Right.
Just suck
and
it
so
up.
I listened a little bit there, but I just liked that she actually tried something. And so maybe it's not for me, but that's not to say it's not for other people. And maybe it brings people to Voxer, and they can use a little bit. So I know there's people on my team of 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
No. 15, 14.
Oh, it's Happy New Year already.
Oh, not on CNN. It's not.
Oh.
9, 8.
Are you on delay? I just have
I don't know.
I had my countdown clock open. Yeah, it's already 13 seconds.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, everybody! Happy New Year, family! They're all awake, but they're doing something. So anyway, here we go. Oh, okay. That's my show. I've got to learn these sound effects. It'll be better. I feel like it's a brain boost, like a chair dancing guy. Have you ever seen the chair dancing guy?
Now I have.
The chair dancing guy is awesome. He does some of and so he'll do like the new music on there, but he'll be like, sometimes he's just so serious with it. He'll be like this, and I'll be like, it doesn't do me justice on the blab because you can't really see it, but yeah, it's pretty awesome. Did you just take a big sneeze and mute it?
Not a sneeze, just John, I'm still recovering from pneumonia. It's been like a month-long process.
Oh my gosh, I know it's been horrible for you. Okay, everybody, a public service announcement. Please don't be riding dirty.
No, please don't.
It could also you could also have that could also be a firearm, Scott Bentley, that's not registered the proper way, and you don't have the proper licensing. So that can always.
I love how you state that.
There should be a new bit. I should just explain things as plain vanilla as possible. So anyway, well, Happy New Year, buddy.
Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year. 15 was great. It had its issues.
This song makes me think of Sean Williams. He did that whole thing on IPDX with it, where he put everybody together. I remember Diane Main, she was trying to lip sync in that video. It's so funny. Diane Main. Yeah, 2016. I think that 2016 is going to be the year of, okay, I did some okay things with my job, but now I'm ready to really take it up a notch and be like, okay, we're doing some out of this world stuff, and people are going to go, oh, look what they're doing there in that school district. That's my goal for 2016.
Yeah, for sure.
So anyway, that's just me though. Oh, so what are you doing? What else is going on? Anything else? Did I just kill everything with my...
Don't kill everything, but could you pause really fast?
Sure, do you want me to pause?
Yeah, I just heard...
What's wrong? Your family's going crazy?
Yeah.
It's coming this way, though.
I know. Father Tim is coming in. Look at this. Scott Bentley. Look, we have another sick person on the show.
Yeah, I totally blame you.
It's right.
That
And
was just muted.
Scott, you're muted, you silly goof. So anyway, we didn't hear anything you just
It's
said.
been a rough month in the Bedley household. I mean, my son got stitches. We both got pneumonia. Like he's now like today he woke up and had like 103 temperature and like got the flu going. It's been a rough December, so I'm really thankful for 2016.
Yeah, I know. It'll be good. I think it'll be a good year. I don't think 2015 was that bad of a year, to tell you the truth. In 2016, though, the Samuelson family is getting out of this place, and we're getting us a house. That's all I'm saying.
Nice.
HOUSE. The word of the year is house. We need one. We've got too many kids to not have one. We can't be renting this place any longer.
And I heard is there like another child on the way, John? Just kidding.
That's right.
Sorry,
I forgot to announce in 2016. It's the year of Tortor and _ Lyndon Stryker Carl, as they will have their blissful EdTech nuptials and try to become the first EdTech couple, the EdTech couple of the year. I don't know. What would you call it? I don't know. Anyway, they're going to get married is what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
And that's what it is. So, boy, Christina was just coming in and popping out. I was going to ask her what her goals were.
Yeah, where'd she go to?
She just was like, she's sick. She's not doing this. That's that's why I find people will watch, but they're watching and they don't look, I mean, like I set the bar real high with my dirty sweatshirt I've been wearing for 4 days. I haven't shaved for like 7. I haven't taken a shower for at least 3 days. Well, I mean, how bad do you have to look? I mean, look at me. Living proof right there. Just have the guts. Get on there. So anyway.
Hey, hey, John.
Yes. This just in?
This just in. Tim Bedley celebrated the new year 12 hours ago.
Maybe we do that. Maybe it's the drum roll with the rim shot.
I like the drum roll with the rim
Drum roll
shot.
with the rim shot might be good. Oh, man. Yeah,
Hey, listen-
what I'm saying, Christina's now, what are you saying? I'm saying I look horrible. You looked great. You should have stayed on the show. So anyway, it's pretty funny. Should we have David Terrio come on the show?
We should. And as he's coming in, I do want to say this, John.
Okay.
One of the things that I'm really thankful for in 2016 is that all my credit card transactions are going to take 2 to 3 times as long as they used to.
Why is that?
Because those darn chips, man. Now you have to stick your card in the machine, and then it reads it, and it's like reading it. You're like, what in the world? Yeah, Apple Pay, right. Now I got Matt is saying Apple Pay. Yeah, great, Apple Pay. But I went to Albertsons, which is a grocery store out here, and Albertsons like, you got to know the special code. And so I had to go in and figure out the special code of my phone. It was like, what? Are you kidding me? This is it's a joke. Like, how can you make it harder to buy stuff? Thanks a lot, credit card companies.
Well, you know what I find is,
And by the way, in 2015, my credit card information got ripped off, and so none of this is helping. Great job.
what I find funny is I've only used the microchip cards at Target for that one, but I find it makes this annoying buzzer noise to you. And I was like, I told the guy afterwards, I'm like, I'm not really used to this yet, but I'm not really doing that much wrong. Like, I just assumed I could take it out when it asked me for my PIN number, but you can't. You have to leave it in and then punch your PIN number in. So
Right.
I said, can we make it a more friendly noise than
Like you failed.
I think we should buzz people that sometimes I'll get in line here and somebody takes out their checkbook and starts writing a check. And I'm like, I want to be like, no checkbook. Come on.
Are people still writing checks?
Yes, in Oregon, they write them all over the place. I get behind these people
What?
all the time. Oh, they're bad. They're bad.
Wow.
And
I don't know how I deal with that.
I don't want to stereotype them, but they're old. They're just really old people.
John, remind me to tell you an off-air story later about waiting in line at the bank. Trust me, you will absolutely love it. And you
Oh, my
probably
gosh.
won't stop laughing for a long time. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I'm really thankful that the credit card companies are keeping us safe. I'm thankful for that. but it's like, couldn't you figure out a way that doesn't take 3 times as long for a credit card transaction? John, I might as well write a check.
Right, you can
Seriously.
write a check. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. You know who else I picture? Who's getting on the internet right now because it's early in the morning? It's T-Bed. Look, I can hear right now he's dialing up on AOL. But
John, I sent you the picture of him. We had dinner.
yes,
and we went out for pizza, and it just happens that pizza place served 2 types of kale salads, and Father Tim absolutely flipped out, and he almost ate the whole sign, basically.
he was
John.
licking the sign. Is what he was doing. I
You
so
want
wanted
that picture, just text me anyway.
I wanted to share that picture so bad, but out of I respect Father Tim so much I couldn't do it. So anyway, that is pretty funny though. So Ed Camp Boxer, you were pretty satisfied with. So Scott Bedley, like a teacher of the year like yourself.
Wait, former teacher of the year, John.
Former teacher of the year. Somebody that has been a speaker at the Teacher of the Year Symposium is what I'm calling it. Down last year. What was it? What did you call it last time?
I don't even know. Sure, symposium sounds great.
Okay, I like the symposium part of it. But so what are your so you're already like up here. What goals are you setting for yourself this year?
I gotta mute my like pneumonia cough.
No, but go ahead. So what are your goals for this year? And you can mute, and I will cover for you until you're done. But
Ontario, whatever. I honestly, my goals are to just figure out how to do things better. My teaching partner and I, Jameson Luke. If you're not following him, follow him. The guy's legit, and I wish I knew as much as he knows that early in my career. But we were able to get a 1-to-1 grant, and so we're getting Chromebook carts for our grade level. And so
we're happy for you.
Yeah,
you weren't sure you were going to get them.
Oh gosh, you know me, John. I don't think I'm going to get anything.
That's true. This is true.
Like, am I going to get paid this month? I'm like worried about it.
Right. Right.
So I'm excited to find new ways to engage kids that, maybe we didn't have a chance to because we had to wait till the computers and the technology was ours. And I don't think it's about the technology. I think that's where the problem lies sometimes out there for people is they start with the technology. But I think it's about, looking at what do I want to do as far as having my kids learn, and then how does the technology support that? So I'm pretty excited to see what that means. And then I didn't really think I'd have a chance at this because my district was very much BYOD, and we, I've been doing BYOD thing for a few years now, and I didn't ever think we'd get a shot at a 1-to-1 kind of a atmosphere. So it's pretty exciting.
No, that'll be cool for you.
Yeah,
they should have. I don't know. Sometimes don't you feel like I feel like this sometimes that I was talking with another teacher in our district, and she does a really great job, and she was just talking to me pretty honestly right before break, because we're just done, but that last week before break, and
right,
I was
right.
like, oh my gosh, I just have to talk to someone, and she was just saying that she feels like sometimes she's a good teacher and she gets penalized for being a good teacher, and then she always gets like the kids that are a little bit, maybe a little bit harder to handle. And there's there's some teachers that are maybe a little bit older and set in their ways and want to control the classroom a little bit, and she was just talking to me, and she's just like, sometimes as a good teacher, she's like, I just feel like I should reap some rewards, so that I'm happy for you that they gave you the Chromebooks then,
and
because
we've talked about this, John.
Should have.
This is like I think what you're doing is really cool with teaching in beta. I think the people that are out there teaching in beta should be the ones that are getting that support and reward for their risks. And I think it's hard when you don't see that happening for teachers like that. And it promotes like a little bit of a fear thing to be that teacher that's out there trying things and exploring and in a sense, piloting things. But I think it's cool when, John, you're really saying, with teaching in beta to make that happen and make that like the forefront. Let's honor those teachers.
Yeah, and I do want to say, so we can give a shout out to that site real quick because it'll be live pretty soon. It's live right now, actually, if you go there. So if you go to teachinginbeta.com, this is a site that Nicole Carter and Matt Head and a bunch of us. You know what? I've actually been talking with a bunch of people about it, to tell you the truth. But it's just a site to go to, and we're really actually trying to connect with like Brian Briggs. We talked with some California people. And we're really just trying to put it as just a repository for people that are like going and like putting their thoughts down. And it's not going to be perfect. And it's not going to be, oh, this lesson went super perfect and this and that or whatever. It's going to be like more reflective and just kind of a website and anybody can post there. And if they want to post anonymously, they can. And just kind of like real people sharing things is kind of our idea. And we just kind of wanted to connect everybody. And here's a good idea I had. Maybe how can we make it better? Hopefully people will comment on the blog post too. So if you go to teachinginbeta.com right now, you can see some of the stuff that we put up there. We put up, I forget what our beta stands for, but we thought we all sat down and thought of it the other day. And I don't know. It looks like it'll be okay, and where we might put podcasts up there, we might put the Bedley Brothers up there, we might put this podcast up there, just for a place for people to go to if they want to.
No, it's the concept, right? That concept of that we're all in beta, and how do we move forward? I would love if David Terrio would step into a seat. He may not be able to talk right now because his family's sleeping or something like that.
Right.
And talk about like Idea FM and Terrio, correct me if I'm stating it wrong, but just to gather those ideas and share them and do different things like that, where it's an open spot for teachers to say, "Hey, I'm testing this out. You test it out too. How does it work with you? How does it work in your community, with your population, with your resources, with whatever it might be?" Like let's provide those ideas out there so we can be testing them in almost in a scientific method, where we can see what really is working. So yeah, I think it's cool.
So we thought this is our beta, Scott. This is what we came up with on the first Monday of winter break. We said B is blending, E is emerging, T is transforming, and A is amplifying.
Nice.
And that's our beta. And then I forget. And then I'm sorry. So we're trying to do this.
Are you taking that a step further and introducing the Lamer model?
That's right. Well, that could be a blog post, the Lamer model, actually. Yeah. So, and I forgot Cindy Etherton we're trying to work in conjunction with the Salem Kaiser School District, where my good friend One Old Kid used to work. And so now we're trying to kind of combine, and then we're kind of trying to make a calendar for regional district stuff, and it just seems like it might be there. Like Briggs and Ryan O'Donnell were talking about it. I'm like, hey, if you want to post podcast, I'm like, we could just post the Bedley Brothers, their podcast and our podcast, and just let it go, right? I mean, I don't know. I think it might be kind of cool. So anyway, that's what we're trying to do. And
I love that acronym that you guys created from beta. That's just brilliant to me, and it's cool to see you guys taking that and just running with it and going crazy on it. It's awesome, John.
Yeah, so we'll see what we can happen. So if anybody that's listening, even after the fact or whatever, you want to submit a blog post, we're going to get like blog post submissions, and you can put your name on it, I guess, if you want. What we're really trying to do is we're trying to take away the EduFamous part of it, which I absolutely hate.
Wait, what? Wait, no, wait.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did I say? I mean, I love EduFamous, but right, and not trying and take something. You
mean you're not about going on there to promote yourself?
That's right. I'm not gonna.
But John, what if you feel like you really deserve it?
That's right. Well, a lot of people, I think they deserve stuff for not doing a lot of work, and so I don't know. I just feel
Nicole.
I feel like I don't know. I don't know. You know how I feel right now. We should start? We've been podcasting all year, Scott. So I don't know. Maybe we should let one fly. But yeah, I mean,
don't ruin this beautiful New Year's Eve show.
okay. So
Actually,
anyway.
it's a New Year's show. This is the first podcast of 2016.
That's right. We can. You know what?
It's like we had twins over midnight in 2015 and 16.
I'm going to put this on my Twitter bio that I was the first education podcast. Scott, you want to put it on there too?
I am,
Let's put
and
it
you
on
know
there,
what?
And then let's tweet it out, and we'll put it on our buffer.
Where's your champagne glass? Let's celebrate ourselves.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Cheers.
Ching.
You know what? Let's put that up. Will you take a screenshot and put this on Instagram for me, please? Oh, wait. There it is. Okay. There it is. So anyway, it's just funny. Yeah, we do. I think we deserve it, Scott. We deserve
We
that.
do deserve it.
We deserve it. But so
Listen,
anyway.
I am very thankful I don't get what I deserve. I'll say it that way.
I don't know why I just did that one, but I like that one. So anyway, but yeah, so that's what we're trying to do with teaching in beta, and we'll see how it goes. We're just trying to. We want it to not be owned by we want it to be owned by the community is what we want. And I was actually really happy when Briggs and O'Donnell said they're like, this sounds like kind of a cool idea. And then they said on Voxer, they're like, we like the website. It looks kind of cool, but they're like, they're off in, you Californians, you go on vacations, right? You except for you when you're sick. But I mean, so they like O'Donnell's at like Lake.
Well,
Tahoe.
they're edgy squatters, so they have to go on vacation.
Yeah. So anyway, Christina says it's unfortunate that the podcast listeners missed the comments. You know that if you do watch back on Blab,
Do
the
you, John?
comments will
Did
be
they
there.
pull that? I couldn't. I was watching the Nice Techlandia,
Uh-huh.
and David was on there. It was fantastic. It was great to see David on there. And I didn't see where the comments were.
Oh, okay. It was on mine. Is it just visible to me? That would be stupid. I'm the person that started the thing.
Well, I got to admit, I was watching it on my phone, so I didn't see where the comment. I could
Maybe
look at
that's
the
why
comments.
I'm always on the web version. So maybe on the web version, that's the thing. We're still learning stuff like that. But I know that I'm probably not going to switch back to Google Hangouts now. That's all I know.
Well, what's the point?
There is no point. I'm sorry, and I was such a advocate for Google Hangouts for such a long time, but I just feel like they've lost a little bit. And then the directions for like connecting stuff with YouTube, I was just like, holy cow, guys,
Right.
come on now.
Right.
So anyway, but what do you want to finish up with, Scott Bedley?
Hey, Hey, John, it is a fantastic new year,
Okay.
and if we have time, and maybe we'll talk about this on the next Grumpy Old Teachers in like 2 months or whatever when we ever redo it.
That's right. Well, if you're not sick, we can do Grumpy Teachers. That's the thing. You're like, oh, I can't do it. And then I was like, okay, that's fine. All right, we won't have it.
Don't
We'll
make
do
me
it.
cough up a lung, dude.
That's right. That's right.
No, I think there's this lost art of the parent phone call. I think teachers are really relying, including myself, and I'm trying to transition out of this, relying too much on email, and I think that phone call it's so much better. It not only saves you time, but you're able to answer questions and communicate and connect on a different level that an email just doesn't let you do.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like there's this lost art of the parent phone call that I wish we could work back into our profession.
So that's kind of funny. So I know back in the day, like 3 or 4 years ago, when I had a classroom, I would not email people because I think people misconstrue emails all the time.
Totally.
And I think that I'm not a great writer. David Terrio is a great writer. I am not a great writer and not a great emailer of people. So what I used to do was
I like your emails, John.
Oh, thanks. You never get me.
Exactly.
I
That's
used
what
to
I love about them is I don't get them.
That's right. I used to always call the people because I feel like what you can do when you call the people, the parents, is they can hear the concern in your voice. And like,
Right.
I feel like I'm okay at doing that, but I'm like, right, I just want what's best for your kids. I'm not trying to bust them out. And I am making a phone call because something happens, but that's because something happened that I don't want to happen again. And if you need to, like, we need to come in and bring the student and yourself in and meet before school so this doesn't happen again. But like, I would never do that on an email. I would
Right.
always call the people. I'm a big phone caller. And then plus, let's think about it for a second. I mean, if you think about it, there's no record of your phone call then. So let's say you say something horribly wrong on the phone. Now it's just your word against theirs. On an email, it's all out there for you. Subpoena's coming.
I just know when I agonize over the email. So if I'm emailing someone back, and then whatever happens is there's always a follow-up, which if I just made the phone call, I could communicate it. I could answer the follow-up question right there. I could be done with it in 10 minutes rather than like an hour and a half. You know what I mean? I agonize over the email because I want to make sure that I communicate clearly to the parents my concern for their child or whatever it is that I'm trying to communicate. It's like, gosh, man, I need to do more phone calls, and I've made that transition, but I feel like it's a lost art, and that a lot of teachers are dependent upon the email now, and I think they need to find a way to get back to the phone call.
Yeah, that's interesting. Nicole says it's hard to do phone calls in secondary. Something I wouldn't have experience with.
Well, if Terrio would ever come on the show, he could answer some of these questions.
David Terrio. Do you call parents? Come on, I could see David Terrio. Like I could see not only David Terrio calling, he'd be like video chatting people. He'd be like, "Hey, how you doing?"
I could see him meeting them.
Look at me. I'm on the Handsome Men of EdTech calendar, by the way.
I could
with George Couros, Tony Vincent, Dean Sharesky, Father Tim Bedley. Carl Lincolnstreicher in the little pocket calendar edition. Sorry, Carl.
Jeremy McDonald.
He could be on the calendar for sure.
Greg. Just kidding.
Here we go. We can keep going. But wait, who did we forget? We forgot somebody. Ken Shelton.
Oh yeah.
Ken Shelton just
this
should be the Ken Shelton theme song right here.
I think it is.
Oh my goodness. Isn't this what he walks out when he does a keynote too?
I love David Zedek. The only parent communication I want is homemade fudge. I thought, Terrio, you would be, if a parent wanted to make you a nice meal that's like, ceviche maybe, you'd be interested.
Yeah. I wonder what theme song David came out to Fall Q in when he did his keynote.
I think it was the version.
Let me take a selfie.
That was his.
Well,
this song. I think that's too long.
Life Aquatic has some amazing songs in it that are like acoustic covers. Mm-hmm. And if he didn't come out to one of those, then I'm going to guess a punk rock song.
Right.
John.
Well, he did he did the Teaching Aquatic, right? That was what he said last night. So I'm going to watch that. They put you know what? I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back in the web lab. And, someone put the link, Vicky Sedgwick, I think, put the link in to the YouTube.
Right.
And I'm going to watch David's keynote. That's what I want to do. That's that's my bucket list for 2016. So there we go. Oh, yeah. David Bowie songs. Yep. There we go.
Yeah. It's just so good, right, Terrio?
What are your picks to click right now for music-wise, Scott Bedley? You were voxing me some. I still haven't listened to it. What did you vox me? It's some rapper from Tustin. Who is it?
Yeah, some rapper, a hip hop artist from Tustin is going to make it big in 2016.
That's right. And his name?
You know what? I really think this guy named Chris Cornell might make it big. Honestly, I like this band, the London Souls. I don't know if you've listened to him yet. But I do like this band, the London Soul. I don't know if they'll make it big or not, but I do like their style. It's kind of like this edgy, kind of 70s-ish feel that has a little bit of a funk to it, but it's rock and roll. So I really like them. I don't know if they'll make it big, but I do like it.
Okay, that's good. You know what I heard that was interesting to me today? I drove down to our you know what time it is for me? It was teaching license time. I was trying to think about not getting fired, Scott. So I'm on my provisional, which is my teaching license will expire in 2016, my provisional. So I went down and paid the $100, of course, because I only hold licenses in 5 other states. I'm probably a horrible person. So I have to go take the Oregon civil rights test or something, and then I'll be okay. And so I paid the money. But on the way down, I was listening to the radio, which I haven't listened to in a long time. And there's this new song by Hozier that I liked. And it could have been an old song, but
Never
I
heard
never
of him.
listened to it. You know, right? But I mean, I was surprised because I didn't really like "Take Me to Church" anyway. I mean, it's
What? You didn't really like that, huh?
I mean, after the 1,400th time, I didn't like it.
No, but I mean, like the seventh time, it was
Seventh
still
time
really
it was good, right? But yeah. So the millionth time was worse. But I did like the song. I'm going to have to go back in the catalog and listen to that one. And you know what else I did?
John, you know what song I like, and your dad likes too?
What's that?
Name that song. I don't want to play too much.
I know
Otherwise,
we're going to get copyright
we'll
dinged.
get copyright battled.
Oh
That
my
was
God.
7 seconds, John. I'm just going to say. For
Okay,
the
that
record,
sounds good.
maybe 8.
Bazinga.
Eyes without a face.
Eyes without a face. That is pretty much. So yeah, it's pretty. I don't know. We'll have to see. Oh, so I was going to say what I did was I bought the for the new year. I bought Amazon Kindle Unlimited for $9.99, so I could read books.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm going to see how that works because you give you 30 days for free anyway. So I'll see if I actually read, and if not, I can always just cancel.
Sure.
So yeah, so that's what I've got for you. All right, would you like to put a bow on this puppy?
I would. And,
I mean, we've been podcasting all year. I mean, how much longer do we have to podcast? Oh, and there comes
Listen,
my kids. They're going
I
to
was
bed.
listening to this podcast by Dubner, who's one of the co-authors of Freakonomics. He has a great podcast. If you haven't listened to it, it's called Question of the Day.
Okay.
And he was talking. They were just joking that whenever you like fly into Los Angeles, you're actually given a podcast because there's 200,000 plus podcasts out there. Is that Marnie back there? Happy New Year, Marnie.
Marnie is giggling and laughing at you for some reason. I don't know why.
Because
So-
we're both sick and we're still trying to recover.
I
That's
think
why.
Marnie's actually okay now. I think she's actually fine. But we'll
I
have to
don't
see.
believe it.
Sometimes in the middle of the night, I hear this.
You know what I want to say to Marnie?
What are you going to say? It's hard for you to say you're sorry? Ooh.
It's me. I was wondering if after all.
Yeah.
No, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, $9.99 a month for Kindle Unlimited is the thing. So, but it has like a million different books. I don't know if I read just one. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll see how it goes. I've got 30 days for free.
One
I've
a
got the
month,
of
John. One a
January.
month.
Right. So we'll see. Oh, then Nicole.
Don't forget to check out Wink the Codable Robot on the Kickstarter, man.
Okay. Well,
It's a
so-
Portlandia dude. It's a Portland guy. How could
Should
you
we
not
do-
know about him?
Should we make the quick Adobe voice for not Adobe voice? Should we make the quick Adobe slate for Grumpy Old Teachers? Did we actually kind of have links today? Like we had Global School Play Day, we had Teaching in Beta, you have the
Heck yeah.
Kickstarter, we have that podcast. Oh, here we go. First
Hey, Kim.
podcast.
Welcome.
Oh, he gave me a kiss just now and you missed it.
Oh, Happy New Year.
Oh, thanks. Say hey. Say hey,
hi,
Scott.
Say hi, Scott.
Say hi, Scott. Happy New Year.
Hey, Adam. What's up, buddy?
Oh, or just burp.
Or
in his
just
face.
burp. So Adam is getting ready. Oh, any good kid goes to bed at 12:30. Any 3.5-year-old.
It's New Year's. Come on, John.
DCFS. I don't know. This might be my theme song now. They said that now. They just said DCFS just said, "Hey, we just have proof. You're riding dirty. You're not putting that kid to bed at the right time."
Yeah, well,
Yeah. But yeah, so maybe we'll make an Adobe slate with the links. We'll just put it out there. Maybe I'll just start. I just got to start cranking them out. I say
John,
that,
I just want to make a note of this at this point that I am ahead of you in props at this point of the show, 203 to 190.
Oh my gosh,
So
really?
would that make
Oh my
me
gosh,
good?
look at
Would
that.
that
Oh
make
my
me-
gosh, now you're way ahead of me.
Would that make me Golden State and you the Bulls?
I know. Well, I don't know. I think I can beat Golden State if you don't know Steph Curry. And Steph Curry, we know, is code for Father Tim. So he's the father. Father Tim is the. Is he the Steph Curry of the Bedley brothers?
He
You're the-
is.
you're the-
He's a Steph Curry. He's the Steph Curry of education, man.
You know
I'm
what?
telling you.
You're not the Klay Thompson though to me. You're the Draymond Green. You're like the man that does everything. You're not afraid to get in there and mix it up and get the rebound, but you can hit the three, but you can get in there and battle. You do whatever is needed. That's
Are you talking about me?
Yeah, I'm talking about you. You're the Draymond Green, but
I'd like
Kim
to
is
think
the
of
Steph
myself
Curry.
as the Robert Ory.
Just come in and hit a good shot and then leave on a high note.
Yeah, and I get a ring
Yeah.
for it.
There we go. That sounds good. Anyway, well, it's
Hey,
been
John.
good, it's been good grumping with you.
It's been a great year of grumping, and I think
Yeah, I mean, we've been
2016.
grumping all year long. What are we
Yeah.
going to do? I don't know. Well, I do know that it's probably time to go. Because I hear the theme music. So there it is.
By the way,
I actually hear this theme music.
you're getting like instant props from me, and I have no idea why. I haven't clicked on it. It's like nonstop. It's like glitching right now, John.
I know. Look at that. Well, there we go. Maybe I should just keep on the air then and get some more props. Does this keep track of my props like Periscope or no?
Yes, and then you get ranked higher based on that.
Oh my gosh, we found a new tool for the Edgy Famous to use. Oh my gosh. So anyway, well, it's good to have you
Speaking
on
of the
here.
edgy famous, would you
Okay.
call like a specific edgy famous person out for being edgy famous and like self promoting? No, don't do it, John. I'm just kidding.
Do you want me to call
No,
it?
I don't want you to. No, I don't want to get into trouble.
Well,
And most people are not listening to this show at this point, like the actual podcast. So unless they've got a
Well-
really good workout going on.
I don't know. I think edgy famous people are usually people that try and get keynotes at places. And there's one person in this chat that's gotten a keynote, David Terrio. Whoa! Did I just call David Terrio as edgy famous? Look, Scott can't even handle it because he knows that's so much baloney.
David Terrell's legit, man. I love David Terrell.
David Terrio. So, anyway, well, so David Terrio, and coming up on Ticklany, we have a edgy famous person that is not trying to be edgy famous. He's just famous because he does good work, and his name is Josh Stumpenhorst.
Nice.
So that will be our first Techlandia, and we are looking to shooting for that one Monday or Tuesday nights. Depends on when David Terrio can get good Wi-Fi, because I've heard that he's dialing up right now on his AOL trying to get it. So so that'll be our first one, and the lovely and talented Amy Fadesi. And
Yeah, if you want to come and watch the Bedley Brothers, John, we got some. It's
Hey,
our
who do you got?
authors. It's our authors month. We got
is Authors
Just
Month January?
authors month in January for our third consecutive year.
You
We've
guys are
got
so
some
good for that.
cool people coming on the show.
Okay, so who do you have?
Do you really want to know?
I do kind of want to do.
We've got Linda Mullally Hunt, who was the author of Fish in a Tree, which was the book used by Global Read Aloud this year. She's coming on.
Okay,
We've
I
got
don't know that one.
Sharon Draper's coming back on the
Sharon
show.
Draper. You
We've
love
got-
Sharon
I
Draper.
love. I mean, talk about a brilliant lady
Mhm.
who and former teacher too, John.
Yeah.
We've got John Hattie's coming back on the show, which is really, really cool to have him coming back on. We've got John
Just-
Seeley Brown coming back on the show. We got Shelley Terrell's coming on the show.
I was just talking to her tonight.
Yeah, thank you to Jake Duncan for hooking us up. So she's going to be coming on the show. Yeah, it's going to be a good month of just cool people that we're going to get a chance to chat with.
What about photographers? Are you gonna have photographers of Handsome EdTech and Men Calendar? Because then you can have me on there, right?
Oh, you're going to be the photographer? Is that what you're saying?
I guess I'm trying to do something to get on the author month for the Bedley Brothers.
Dude, are you
So,
kidding?
Yeah, I'm-
Your show, your Bradley and Bros show's coming out like this week on Saturday with Tony Wagner. Man, I mean that was a great show, John.
Oh, is that coming out?
Yeah, it should be coming out Saturday. I think Tim scheduled it. He's back east right now. He
Okay.
flew out today, but I think that Dr. Tony Wagner show's coming out Saturday. So
Okay, that sounds good. Well, I mean, that's awesome. I think that's awesome. Oh, let's see. Wait, Kim Trumbo came in. Let's see. What type of authors? I want to invite. Oh, Kim Trumbo wants to come on too.
just DM me at Bedley Brothers at Bedley Bros on the Twitters.
Yeah.
We'll check out your stuff.
And we won't read what you just put in the chat, but yes, we want to applaud you for thumbs up. But also remember, Kim Trumbo,
They see me rolling
Watch out for the police. They want to try and catch you riding dirty.
Riding dirty.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, I don't know. Well, somebody has to photograph the Handsome Ed Tech of Men calendar.
Well, no better
Tech of Men
photographer
calendar.
than
Wait,
you,
I said that
John.
wrong. Yeah, so I think I'm good. No, I've got this guy that I work with, Vince Radistitz. He's gonna photograph for me. He did my new Twitter one, so there we go. He did my new Twitter picture. And I don't know if he made me look good, but people say I just kind of look at it and go, "Gosh, that guy's got a big fat head."
Is that
And
what
it's
you say
but
about
it's
me, John? Is that what you say?
That's what I say about me. So anyway, but I do like rocking the hoodie, so I was representing on that one. I wish I could have just gotten a haircut.
Hey,
That would be
John,
nice.
what is it about 2016 that you're really either you feel like it's going to make you grumpier than ever or very happy?
Okay, the one thing that I would like to see is I would like to see the evolution. It's always kind of with me, the evolution of conferences, the evolution of boat shows. I would like to see boat show conferences actually start to wise up and get more workshoppy or more hands-on and give more time for people to discuss. Or they're going to go completely the opposite way and just sell out for cash, and then that'll make me mad, and hire the same keynotes, and then it becomes a big echo chamber, and then Twitter's the big echo chamber, and we're patting ourselves on the back, but we're not really doing anything different or unique, and that'll really get me going. So that's the one thing I think I would like to see, the evolution of conferences, or I would like to see the teachers actually speak up and say, you know what, we're not going to go to this then if you're just going to keep doing the same old.
Yeah.
You know. But
Right.
it's hard because they know the districts are like, oh, yeah, we know that conference is then and whatever. So that's what I'd like to see.
Yeah.
How about yourself?
2016?
Yeah.
I think the thing that's going to make me most grumpy by far in 2016
Mm-hmm.
is like the tie that's going to happen between standardized testing and teacher evaluation.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's the writings on the wall with the new
The new dude.
yeah.
I'm just going to – I don't know his name seriously, but I'm going to call him He Who Shall Not Be Named.
I like that, John.
I'm not even going to name him because –
You're going to Voldemort him.
Yeah, I am going to Voldemort him, and I wouldn't do that with Arnie. But Arnie was the same way a little bit because that's why he put Washington State on the. He took back the whatever they would give for No Child Left Behind. They give the waivers and whatever. But
So, that would make me grumpy. That would definitely make me grumpy. Anything to do with testing,
yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool. Well, we've managed to lose every single one of our viewers, so I think it's time to go. Scott, thanks for being on again.
John, happy New Year, buddy. And it's been a great year, and I'm very thankful for you as a friend, and really respect all you're doing and to impact education, my friend.
Thank you very much, and back at you. And I feel like I've been podcasting with you all year long, but
You have.
all right, everybody. Well, we will catch you on the next Grumpy Old Teachers, and remember to stay crafty. That's my new outro.